Mass media plays an important role in delivering information and shaping the way society thinks, behaves, and perceives reality. Since the early 20th century, with the emergence of newspapers and radio, followed by television and later digital media, communication on scholars have been interested in understanding how media influence audience. As media technologies developed, researchers began to question whether media messages have a strong, moderate, or limited impact on people. From these studies, several media effects theories were introduced to explain the relationship between media and society. Among the most influential are the hypodermic needle theory, the two-step flow theory, and the selective exposure theory. Together, these theories demonstrate the evolution of thinking about media influence, moving from strong effects to the medium and finally limited effects. The earliest perspective on media influence is the hypodermic needle theory, also known as the magic bullet theory, which represents the strong effect models. This theory emerged in the early 20th century during a period of rapid social change and widespread propaganda. It assumes the media messages are powerful and can be directly injected into passive audiences, producing immediate and uniform effects. According to this theory, audiences do not question or resist media messages. Instead, they absorb them completely, regardless of their background, education, or social environment. The panic caused by Orson Welles' War of the Worlds radio broadcast is often cited as an example of this theory in action. However, later research criticized this theory oversimplifying audience behavior. Scholars argued that audiences are not passive receivers but active individuals who interpret media messages differently. As a result, the hypodermic needle theory is now viewed mainly as a historical explanation rather than a realistic model of modern media influence. As a response to the limitations of the strong effects model, the two-step flow theory was developed in the 1940s by Paul Lazarsfeld, Bernard Berenson, and Hazel Goddard. This theory represents the medium effects perspective and suggests that media influence is not direct. Instead, media messages first reach opinion leaders who are more exposed to media and more knowledgeable about certain issues. These opinion leaders then interpret and pass the information to others through interpersonal communication. This theory highlights the importance of social interaction in shaping audience attitudes and behaviors. Unlike the hypodermic needle theory, the two-step flow theory recognizes that audiences are socially active and that media influence can be strengthened, weakened, and altered through discussion and personal relationships. Although it has been criticized for oversimplifying communication on flows, this theory remains important in explaining how media influence often operates through trusted individuals rather than directly from media to audiences. The selective exposure theory represents the limited effects model and further reduces the assumed power of mass media. This theory argues that individuals actively choose media content that aligns with their existing beliefs, values, and attitudes, while avoiding content that challenges them. Media consumption, therefore, becomes a process of reinforcement rather than persuasion. For example, people with strong political beliefs often follow news sources that support their views and avoid opposing perspectives. In this digital era, tendency has been intensified by social media algorithms that personalize content based on users' preference, cheating echo chambers. As a result, although media content is widely available, its ability to change beliefs is limited by the audience's selective choices. In conclusion, the transition from the hypodermic needle theory to the two-step flow theory and finally the selective exposure theory reflects a more realistic understanding of media effects. Early theories view audience as passive and easily influenced, while later theories recognize individuals as active, socially connected, and selective in their media use. In today's digital society, these theories help us understand that media influence is complex and depends not only on media messages but also on social interaction, personal beliefs, and audience choice.